Welcome to Date Audio.
Release your wolf.
And then, when the hunter was distracted, I whacked him over the head with his own cross. Oh, excuse me, we've got a newcomer. I'll talk to you all later. Hello there, traveler. Welcome to the Red Fang Inn. Come over here. Let's get everything squared away for you, huh? First things first, would you mind showing me your fangs? Just a brief precaution, you understand? Occasionally, some poor mortal fool wanders in here not knowing what they're getting themselves into. Looks good. A rather nice set if you don't mind me being so forward. I've always been jealous of vampires with nice straight fangs like yours. Mine, they're a bit crooked. See? Makes traditional feeding a hassle. And, if I'm not mistaken, you're on the young side for a vampire. You must have been turned less than a year ago based on your aura. Rare to see someone as young as you all the way out here. In that case, I'm guessing you've never been to an all-vampire inn before, am I right? There are fewer of them out there than there ought to be. The concept is pretty simple. We're an inn that caters to vampires. It's hard to live on the road when sunlight kills you and the living want you dead. So this is the perfect refuge for you on your journey. Anyway, how long are you looking to stay? We're in the off-season for vampire travelers, so rooms are cheap at the moment. 3.5 copper per room per day. We provide coffins filled with fresh grave soil, which is changed out regularly. And, of course, meals are included. No, it's not strictly necessary for vampires to sleep that way. I'm not surprised you really haven't been sleeping in a coffin on the road. It'd be awful difficult to lug one around. But we are undead. The coffins and grave soil, they energize us. A gift from the gods of death, if you would. Your sleep will be much more restful that way. Oh, and we also provide burial shrouds to wear to bed if you don't have your own. Just one day. Huh? All right, then. Just sign your name in the guest book there. I'm sorry. I'm sure that stung. The pen is enchanted to burn the undead. I swiped it from the church once. Just a little precaution to check for vampire hunters. Sometimes they come in here with fake fangs to try and kill guests in their sleep. It's been decades since we've had an incident, though. Rest assured, I keep a very careful eye out. No, it's not really something to worry about. We have thralls guarding the inn during the day. Their trances are checked daily. During the night, we have vampire guards on duty, even better than the thralls. Not to mention, we're in the heart of the blighted marsh. Any mortal who wants to come here would have to travel through miles of undead-infested territory. Not a problem for us, but the living, they have a terrible time traveling here. Or maybe it's not the hunters you're so worried about. Are you worried about the other vampires? You are a young one, aren't you? Nothing to be embarrassed about. We were all human once, raised on frightened tales of vampires coming to steal us away in the night if we disobeyed our parents, and all that. Being one of those very figures from the stories, it takes some getting used to. But really, you're safer around other vampires now than you were when you were human and being around them. The world is against us, and that makes us a close-knit bunch. We look out for our own, and we don't fight each other when we can help it. The living claim otherwise, of course, but they love to spread lies about us. Or even some vampires that subscribe to the idea that we were chosen. Only about 1 in 100 of the humans a vampire feeds on actually becomes one themselves. And nobody knows for sure what causes it. Some think we're special, but they're better people than most. The term better is relative, of course. But if it's true that vampires tend to be the type to not act rationally, not sure if we carry it over from our mortal lives or if it just comes with the experience. Now, you could probably strike up a conversation with any vampire here and hear 2 stories you'll never forget and have a new close friend by the end of the night. You may be a young vampire, but you probably already have plenty of adventures that you could share too. This is a good place to find wisdom and allies. Hope that eases your worries a little bit. With that, how about dinner? You're just in time for something fresh. Most of what we have is animal blood, but we do have some well-aged human blood in stock as well. That's always in high demand, so I'm afraid I have to limit you to 2 glasses per night. No, you're right. Usually a blood wouldn't really age so much as go bad, but there's spells a vampire can learn to keep it from spoiling. That lets the flavor deepen over the years. We also serve blood sausage. It's a bit of an acquired taste, I'll admit, but by default, vampires crave a liquid diet. But it does have everything you need to survive, and some of us enjoy the chance to eat solid foods again. Oh, the animal blood? Let's see, I've got plenty of pig's blood. That's pretty popular. I keep pigs out back just for that. And I have some from animals I hunt in the marsh. Fish, egrets, swamp rats, and the like. What else? Let's see. Oh, I still have some sheep. I have to have that imported. So, what are you thinking? Oh, absolutely coming right up. Well, you just guzzled that right down, didn't you? Not much luck with hunting lately. Really? Did your sire never teach you? Oh, you poor soul. I had no idea. Most vampires are responsible enough to teach their progeny how to hunt properly at the very least. You can feel it when you turn somebody. Damn, they must have outright ignored you. Well, unless they were actually maybe killed first. Either way, I'm very impressed you've kept yourself alive. You must have some raw talent. How about you let me give you a couple pointers for the future then, huh? Alright. There are all sorts of spells you can learn eventually. Invisibility, hypnosis, and the like. But the basics are the most important thing to master. First rule though, hunt humans sparingly. You need human blood in the long term. You'll eventually grow weak and sickly if you don't get your fangs into some every once in a while. But it's always a risk. It's the easiest way to be discovered and have a hunter sent after you. Aside from that, humans are resourceful. You're not immune to being hurt or even killed by your prey. Second rule, figure out your weaknesses. There are a whole host of weaknesses a vampire can have, and you'll have 2 or 3 of them, aside from the universal weakness of daylight, of course. There's a book on the shelf over there with a list of them all, ones we know, you know. I recommend you at least leaf through it and try some until you work out which ones are yours. Hunters, they memorize them all, and they'll try each one until they find yours. If you don't know what your weaknesses are, it's all the more likely that they'll catch you with one of them, okay? Yeah. It's really best not to ask vampires you've just met what their weaknesses are. I'm sure you can guess why. That's considered private information. But for the sake of helping you out, I'll tell you one of mine, okay? I can't cross fast-moving water. Can't do it. Surprising for a vampire that lives in the marshes, right? Hey, but the key is that the water in the marsh is mostly stagnant. Putting my inn here actually works to my advantage. A hunter would never think that I'd live in such a wet place with a weakness like that, right? Alright, one more good rule for you, okay? And this one is very practical. Learn to approach animals from upwind. A human would want to do the exact opposite, but vampires actually have a natural alluring scent. When you're hunting animals, if you let them get a whiff of you before they hear or see you, they'll be much, much calmer. That tip alone, that'll keep you alive and well fed. Hey, life as a vampire isn't easy, but we're all given the strength to continue on, or so I choose to believe anyways. Our long lives allow us to do incredible things that mortals could never pull off. Keep moving forward and find a purpose in undeath, and I'm positive you're going to do incredible things. Quite a few of the world's greatest events have been guided by vampires. Now, daybreak's a fair way off yet, but you look mighty tired to me. If you like, you can go to your room right away and get some rest. There's a ball cord in your room you can ring if you need anything, and I'll be up as soon as I can, okay? Alright then. Yeah, I wish you a good rest. Take a load off and enjoy a day in safety. I'll be here come nightfall for breakfast, alright? Alright. Hey, take care, traveler.